called Rose Aketch, and my son is Boniface. I realized he had Down syndrome when he was 2.5 years, because he was not even sitting, not even crawling, and 2.5 years. We expect a child of that age to be walking and some even talking. But for him, he was unable to do anything for himself at that age. So when I took him to Kiswa Health Center, a doctor there told me when I asked him that your child is a Mongol. I asked him, what does the term Mongol mean? Because I don't understand it. Then he explained to me that that is a disability which affects someone's brain. And then I asked him, what causes it? Then he told me, the cause of that means one of the parents during conception received excess chromosomes, which is called 21 chromosomes. Then I asked him, but is there any cure for that impairment? He said he has no cure, but that child will grow, but they grow slowly, and everything they do it slowly, slowly, slowly for the whole of their life. And then I asked him, but now, how can I be helped medically? He told me if he shows any sign of fever, we just treat the fever. And that is what we have been going on with him. Then he referred me to Mulago for physiotherapy because the child had refused even to walk, even to sit. He was just feeble, the whole body. But he was just very fat there and huge. You cannot even know what the problem was. So when I took him to Mulago for physiotherapy, those people instead diagnosed him like someone who had maybe epilepsy, because he was most of the time convulsing, he could get convulsions. So they put him on medication that I would take him to Mulago after every 2 weeks. I take him for review. They give him the tablets to swallow until it reached a time when they even asked me, do you have any nearby hospital there who handle mental illness? I said, yeah, I stay near Butabika. They referred me to Butabika. So he started getting treatment from Butabika until it was like over 14 years when he was still getting medicine from Butabika. So that time when we went, we got when there was some Bazungu had come to Butabika who said, no, let's send this boy to Mulago. They check the heart. How is the heart? It might be that the heart has a problem. That is why he's like this. So they referred me to Mulago Heart Institute. I went there. They examined and got when his heart was normal. So when I took back the results, they told me this boy cannot continue again with this medicine because he's normal. He's just disabled. So from Mulago, I took back the result to Butabika. Then after taking to them the result and to show that the heart was normal, they even closed his file on which he was getting the medicine from Butabika every month. They stopped that one and told me, but you just continue. When he falls sick, you rush him to the hospital, as simple as that. And that was when I met someone, a neighbor actually, is the one who directed me to this mama. By then they were in Chitintale there, that there is an association down there handling people with that kind of disability. You take your child there and they will register the child. So I also went. When I reached there, I got to Papa was the one there. When he saw the child, he said, yeah, this one has Down syndrome. And that was the first day I learned of that word Down syndrome. Because there they were calling him a Mongol. By then, when I went to these people, he was like, was it 4 to 3 years? around there. He was not working actually, not yet. It was when I went there, they assessed him and then registered him in the association. And that is how we have moved with them up to date. The challenges I've faced with this boy, because immediately the father learned that I disclosed to him that I was told the child has what? Mental impairment, not a disability that can be assured. That was the day he said, oh, onzali dog gundi zonto. He left. So I remained with my children. In fact, he's my sixth born. He left me with all those children up to now. The others are all normal. Yeah, the others are all normal. It was only this one who has this case. So I struggled with this boy. I tried to take him to school, but academically he cannot catch up with the normal schools. I even tried to take him to a special needs school in Mukono Bishop's West. I failed because of the fee. It's very high. I couldn't make it. And right now, I'm just keeping him with me. We move together. Wherever I'm going, we go together, we come back. But feeding, even now, he's hungry. Because he took tea some time back. He has appetite. They have appetite, actually, these children. They eat. And he wants at least every 1 hour, you give him something to eat. If it takes like 6 hours minus eating, you will see him as if he's going to collapse. But when it is only hunger. When you give him something, it gets normal. I have no friend who has been giving me any support. Just been working, getting just some little money. In fact, I'm teaching in a private school where I'm earning only 250,000 per month. And that is how I've managed even to bring up all the children, even to educate those ones who are normal, and to bring him up to now. That time when he was still on that medication of Butabika and Mulago, he was getting, there was one I was giving in the morning and another one was in the evening when he was going to bed. But they stopped him all medication. So now he doesn't take anything unless he has any illness like malaria, flu or what is what I only treat. In fact, these children, they need support medically because the drugs they take are expensive. By then, when this one was still getting from Butabika, sometimes I could fail to get in the pharmacy. They tell me you go and buy. But when you go to outside pharmacies, by then, it was 48,000 a dose for 1 month. But just recently, because I have my sister's son, it's like his child is also like this one. When he took the child to Mulago, they examined and they told him a dose is 120,000 now for 1 month. Yeah, it is what he came here and told me. He told me, Auntie, do you know what? I took your granddaughter, they examined, they diagnosed her, and they have told me to go and buy the medicine, but it is 120,000 for 1 month. I don't know whether I will manage. I told him, with God, everything is possible. How about me? How did I manage with your cousin here? Because I was earning very little money by then, not even 250. But I could buy the dose of 48 per month. Yes, and feed him and dress him up. And with other children. Yeah. Even right now, I have grandchildren who are here, total orphans. I'm the one taking care of them, leaving them with here. They are all with me, but they have gone to school. All right. At first, When we had just come here, he was so much stigmatized that everyone, wherever he sees him playing, even with the children, would send him away until there is a disabled man. I don't know whether you know him. He's called Mr. Semiga Emmanuel, who works with the Star TV. Took me to the TV station. As I went with him to the TV station, so people were sensitized. All who watched us on the television, they got to know. And from that day, he's now friendly to everyone and people love him. And even along the road, because he roams a lot. To control him to sit here is not easy. But now because people know him, he's social, he's friendly. Now whoever finds him on the way says, no, Bone, home. Bone, home. Me, as a mother of a child with Down syndrome, I think if the government could come up and get a center for these children, where they can put for them, like, I can call it a home, but when they are giving them a variety of services, like medical, like education, when they have got special people to handle them. Yeah, I think it could help us, the parents with these children. If the government can also support the families, we who have these children, if they can also support us with some materials like even food, like beddings for these children, because now, me as a single mother, buying a bedding for this one, buying for myself, the age is gone. Yeah, but at least if they can afford to support them even with like mattresses, blankets, I think it would be something of benefit to us, the parents, and even to the children. Unfortunately, around here, they are not there. But wherever we could meet at the office there, and in fact, up to today, he's still asking me about Acha. Where is Acha? They know each other. Acha, know well. He knows all of them. And they love each other and they like music. Music is their favorite hobby.